intensive phase of the election campaign. We had Shri Rahul Gandhi come to Goa, I think on October 30, and addressed a major workers' rally in Panjim, Panaji. Tomorrow we have the program of Srimati Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. The program will be given to you, a detailed program will be given to you. The main events of the program are, she visits Morpidla tribal village. She lays a wreath at the Martyrs Memorial. She interacts with the Mollem students who are fighting for preserving the trees in Mollem Sanctuary. And then she addresses the Women of Goa Convention. Finally, she is presiding over a function where a large number of activists are joining the Congress Party. Copies are available. Hard copy will be given to you. The highlight of tomorrow's visit is the Women of Goa Convention. It's called Priyadarshini, Women of Goa Convention. We are inviting women from all sections of Goa, and we hope to have a handful of speakers representing different sections of the women of Goa to speak about the problems they face. In particular, self-help groups, youth and students, women business persons, homemakers or housewives. Each of them face different kinds of problems. Some problems are common, some problems are peculiar. For example, the problem of women's safety and security is common to all sections of women. But the problems of jobs is peculiar and unique to the youth and the students. The problem of credit, bank loans, is peculiar to self-help groups. Homemakers, housewives face the problem of high prices, high inflation. So we hope that they will all speak about these issues. We want to highlight these issues, and we want these issues to reach the people of Goa. I hope all of you have been invited to these events, and I hope you will be able to attend either one event or the other and cover this event. After this event, we will go into the next phase of election, which is the selection of candidates. As you know, the Pradesh Election Committee has already met once. It will meet now every few days and make its recommendations. We intend to process these recommendations very quickly and take it to the Central Election Committee. I'm not able to give you a specific date, but you have my word that we intend to accelerate this process so that our candidates list is out much earlier than usual. The complaint has been that we announce our candidates very, very late, but we were trying to avoid that So that is the next phase in which the Pradesh Congress Committee, led by Mr. GIRISH Chodankar, the CIP led by Mr. Chidambaram, under the guidance of the AICC in charge, Mr. Dinesh Kundu, will meet every few days and make their recommendations. So that will give a fillip to the Congress's campaign. Now, of course, there are many things happening in Goa, which is not unusual for Goa. But as far as we are concerned, we are sticking to our core philosophy, namely, we will select candidates who satisfy the conditions of loyalty, integrity, acceptability to the workers, and winnability among the larger electorate. We are going to stick to that core philosophy, and I hope our candidates will meet the expectations of the people of Goa. There are some other issues which are making headlines. I'm told there are people threatening Mr. GIRISH Chodankar with legal action. They are welcome to do so. Because I think Mr. Chodankar is not making any statement without substance behind it, without evidence behind it. So we are not going to be intimidated by these tactics. The Congress party has faced all kinds of threats and intimidation, but we take our job seriously, we take our job responsibly, and if we say something, I want the people of Goa to believe that we mean it seriously and responsibly. I will stop here, and if you have any questions or other questions, maybe either Girish or I take the questions.
Sir, by when we can expect the first list at least? As soon as possible, you have.
I would like it today, but it won't be today.
Okay.
But we hope in the next few days.
Few days, in a week time?
How soon? How soon?
Yeah.
Soon.
In a week's time?
Soon.
How
Soon as last
How
year.
soon?
Soon.
Because-
There should be some date.
I hope so.
So
I
because
am not the Central Election Committee.
why I'm saying is that because the
Every
candidates
time
also
it is
need time.
it will be soon.
Don't worry. This time, when I say soon, it will be soon.
Sir,
What
There
is
is
the
a-
deadline, sir? Date?
By
By
when the
when
first list.
You tell me what should be the deadline.
It can be another 3-4 days.
No, he says deadline for the entire list.
Not entire,
Well,
first list.
First list at least.
First
sir.
list.
What should be the deadline?
Another 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Okay, we will try to adhere to that.
So can we quote saying that in a 3-4 days time?
No, you can say that one of the press persons said 3-4 days. And Mr. Chidambaram replied that we will try to adhere to
So
that.
you are putting it on you.
so
No,
there,
I'm taking responsibility. We will adhere to that deadline.
so there is a one statement from Shiv Sena MP Sanjay Raut in UP or in Goa. Shiv Sena and Congress coming together. Is that true?
No, I have read Mr. Sanjay Raut's statement. I think he has made a very responsible statement. What he says is, we need a non-BJP opposition in the country. And the Congress party must take the lead and bring together all the UPA parties. I think that is a very sensible statement. I fully agree with Mr. Sanjay Raut.
So can it happen in Goa?
We are ready to try. Two hands must clap, no?
So, how many
So you are
parties
waiting
are
for
there
that.
in UPA now, led by Congress?
No. It's not led by Congress.
Earlier it was led by Congress.
Led this, UPA is there.
Of how many
UPA
parties? Combination of how
No,
many?
the old UPA is still there. We have the CPI, CPM, we have the TMK, NCP, UP, RJD, UPA is still there. And Mr. Raut's suggestion is all the erstwhile UPA parties must come together again Congress must take the initiative, which I think is the correct statement.
TMC is a part of UPA.
Don't know. My friend Mohwaji is here, you can ask her.
No.
So
when
one
they-
side
they
you
are in the
one
UPA
side you
one,
talk
UPA
about
two.
candidates.
So when they,
Everyone?
One side you all talk about candidates. What about the alliance thing? By when is there any
See,
alliance?
this word alliance is all used indiscriminately.
Hmm.
So far, we've had one party leader, Mr. Vijay Sardesai, who came to Delhi and said, in order to defeat the BJP, my party offers its support to the Congress party. Mr. Rahul Gandhi said, we accept the support. That is where it stands. All other details will have to be discussed further.
Do you think Mamata Banerjee's decision of keeping Congress aside is an immature decision? Do you think so?
No, I won't use words like you are using.
Yeah.
She's a friend of mine. I've known her for over 20, 25 years now. She has got a particular approach. We have an approach. It will be good for the country if the two approaches can converge.
Political analyst is misguiding the
Political?
analyst appointed by TMC is misguiding Mamata.
No,
Do you think so?
I'm not a political
so,
analyst.
was TMC a part of UPA 1 and UPA 2?
UPA?
1 and UPA 2.
She was in cabinet, no?
Both
I'm
Railway
not
minister.
sure.
Railway minister.
She was in the cabinet.
UPA 1.
So any thought about your senior leaders leaving the party and going?
He is leaving the party. Somebody has already mentally left the party. Now physically, if he says, I have left the party, what does it matter to me? Somebody mentally left the party 2 years ago. So the body is following the mind now, that's all.
Heart and the soul.
Sir, while Vijay Sardesai was in Delhi, he went to meet Rahul Gandhi. At that time, you was not there. Even GIRISH CHODANKAR was not there.
No,
Why?
Girish was not well, please understand. He was under medical advice not to speak, not to travel. He had a very serious throat infection. And I visited him 4 or 5 days ago. He was just in the last stages of the antibiotics. So Girish was very much there. I was present for a little while. So what I said is exactly what happened. And I want you to report it that way. Mr. Vijay Sardesai came and met Mr. Rahul Gandhi and offered the support of his party to the Congress in order to defeat the BJP. Mr. Rahul Gandhi said, we are grateful, we accept your support.
So this
All other things will be worked out.
Later on worked out. So does that mean that there will be some seat sharing between the
That
two?
and all I can't say. When
But
it's done,
there
what?
will be.
I don't know.
So what is the,
They will work it out.
But why
So what
Congress
is
is
the-
not announcing formal alliance with Goa forward?
No. We are not going to do what you want us to do. We will do what we want to do.
so I just wanted to know what is the status of your pre-poll alliance with your natural ally,
Who?
NCP?
Last I heard was that NCP leaders are talking to our PCC
You
leaders.
must be in the know-how.
No, I don't involve myself in, this is we have got Goan leaders. You see,
Hmm.
the Goa Congress is not an imported party. You know what I mean. Goa Congress has competent, recognized Goa leaders.
Every party.
So one more
No,
thing.
every party does not have.
Most
Sir,
of
one more
parties-
thing I want to
Most
ask.
national parties have
We are not
local
talking
leaders.
about national party. I am here to assist the Goa leaders.
Correct.
I'm not imported from Tamil Nadu.
No.
So one more thing I would like
So
to
you
know
are
is
from
that
AICC.
since most of your constituencies have given list from by the block committees and all,
Yes.
as far as candidates concerned,
Yes.
suddenly would there be changes or something, or that list will follow?
No,
Because
I
there have been
made-
changes in
I
political
have made
terms.
it very clear. Names will be recommended by the block committee and the final candidate will be selected from those names. We've said it so many
Yeah, yeah.
times.
No, I'm just saying because of the political changes and
There could be
whatever happens in the
exception,
situation,
There
suddenly
could be
there can be
exception
change or
also.
I am
something.
willing to make an exception if you are a candidate.
No, that can be.
So you are saying Goa
So
Congress-
you will be
Goa
like
Congress-
rigid.
No, seriously,
Party will
it's a
be
serious
You
thing.
are imagining all these things. Please report what I am saying. Lord Congress committees will recommend candidates, and the final candidate will be selected.
Now, the block committee's recommendation would be have a certain deadline, it is already over.
No, I think there are only 3 or 4 more meetings which have to be held.
So other names which have come remains, no new names in that.
They've already made their recommendation.
They have said
They've already,
they have
I think,
shortlisted.
35 or 36 are completed.
Shortlisted.
So you said Goa Congress is not imported party. It is
I didn't say anything like that. You don't put words in my mouth the second time you're doing it. I said, I am not, my party is not an imported party. My party has roots in Goa, it's got Goan leaders, and the Goan leaders are competent and recognized faces.
But it's become, the party has become exporting party. Do you agree with it?
No. Our leaders remain with us.
So, but some of your senior leaders have.
Yeah.
As I said, somebody was mentally left 2 years ago.
Is it only one or most of them?
Those who have left have mentally left us long ago.
सर बीजेपी को हराने के लिए महागठबंधन जरूरी है सर गोवा में?
You see, as I said, we think that the Congress party is strong enough to defeat the BJP. If other parties want to support the Congress, they are welcome to support the Congress. But the Congress party is strong enough to defeat the BJP in 2022.
There is a fear among some of your Congress workers also saying that even though there are 3-4 names, there might be suddenly a certain name that would be chosen which would not be feasible in that constituency.
Nobody has expressed such a fear to me. Nobody has expressed such a fear to me.
If any MLA, ruling MLA is approached joining for Congress?
I don't know. I don't know any ruling MLA. I don't know any. You mean BJP MLA? I don't know
Yeah,
any
BJP MLA.
No, it's not a question of knowing, sir. It's a question of anybody approaching and trying to
Somebody
join.
approached me, I'll know him. No, I don't know any BJP.
So nobody has approached you.
You should know.
I don't know any
You
BJP.
should know that when you are going in the election arena, you should know who are your
No,
rivals.
I am concerned with the people of Goa.
Sir, they are also
You should
people.
know your
sir.
enemy. You should also.
I am concerned with the voters of Goa. I am concerned about what their mood is, what their mind is, what their expectations are. And my job is to guide the election campaign so that it meets the expectations of the people of Goa.
Like BJP says out of from 22 to 27, what does the Congress say? 21, 25, 29,
How many you
30?
expect to win?
I thought BJP said they're going to win 41 seats.
No,
No,
27.
there are only 40.
No.
No, they are winning
They
41.
will nominate you.
So I'm not aware about that 41.
41.
I'm just trying to ask you now, since 22 to 27 they have gone. What is the Congress?
13, remaining 13.
We are going to fight field candidates, and it's for the people of Goa to decide how many of those candidates from the Congress party will be elected.
You all don't have a figure?
It is I'm asking the people, and I will know, of course, in due course, I will know what the mind is.
No, but how many the Congress will win? You should have some figure.
All our candidates have the capacity to win. All our candidates will have, as I said, it is loyalty, integrity, winnability,
And
and acceptability.
So
Therefore, when we field the candidate, we are reasonably confident he has the capacity, he or she has the capacity to win.
So can you assure the people that remaining 3 MLAs will continue to remain with Congress?
Why have they sold you anything else?
One of them was seen meeting Devendra Fadnavis.
So what?
There is a father of your
Nobody is, see, please understand, politics does not make two people enemies.
Sir, one is father of health minister, so he will be also joining this meeting.
I don't know, I won't even know who the health minister is. You're asking
No,
me.
Goa
this
health
question.
minister, Goa health.
I don't know who the health minister
Pratap
is.
Sir, Pratap
I
Sir.
know the union health minister.
No,
So most of the people, as far as ministers and all, are not aware in Goa.
No, why should I? It's an outgoing government. Why should I know? So then,
Sir, are you aware that at the moment your GPCC president has brought out a scandal issue as far as a minister is concerned?
you ask him, your answer is right.
No, I know. I'm asking.
No,
I hope you are aware
I've read
about
in the
that.
newspapers. I hinted at
Though the minister is not there. That's why I'm saying.
what he says. I'm sure he says it with responsibility and with seriousness. I'm not going to question it.
No, I'm not talking this.
He's good enough. He will take responsibility to what he says.
If alliance will not happen, then party will go alone.
No, I don't know all that. All I'm saying is that any party wants to extend its support, they are welcome to extend their support, and then we'll work it out. Why should I turn down anybody's offer of support?
Leaving the senior leaders of Congress party, it means Congress go on back foot.
What?
Congress go on back foot for leaving the senior leaders
Congress
party.
is fighting on the front foot. Congress bats on the front foot. There is no back foot here.
So if your
Congress is fighting from the front foot.
so if your party has already taken names in 35 constituencies, like as they all say, then what happens to those parties who are trying to give you all support in certain
I
constituencies?
don't know. I don't know. Let one party offer the support.
One party is already there who has offered their support, no?
That I've said, we have accepted the
Yeah,
support.
so that's why I'm saying.
So, what will
35, so
happen, he
36
wants to know
people.
when your candidate and their candidate will be there in the field, in the police.
CEC will decide.
Who? CEC.
Central Election Committee will decide.
Okay. So it is.
गिरीश चोडनकर जी का नाम आया है एज अ कैंडिडेट किधर से?
Ask him.
No, you.
But he might have expected something to
Block
you.
the
Final
mistake.
decision maker, na?
There have been rumors that he might contest.
Ask him.
Of course, Girish, can you tell in front of your...
एला तुमचे नाव बिन एला.
You must have seen the block.
I have already said it earlier that I am contesting from all 40
You?
assembly seats. As a president, I am contesting from all the 40 seats.
ये
It's
पॉलिटिकल आंसर.
like block president.
आमदार जावचे पहिले गिरीश सर तुम्ही सारखे पॉलिटिकल.
So त्याला government tools form कोता है क्या?
I
I
will
say
say
from
as a
the
president, I am contesting
Girish
from all 40.
Chhodankar is a disciplined congressman. He will abide by the decision of the Central Election Committee.
So if he is asked to contest, then he will contest.
Of
The
course.
Central
The
Election
Central
Committee
Election
has to
Committee.
contest.
Yeah.
Of course, he
Yes.
is obliged to contest.
Sir,
Okay.
sir,
And
you
then
say
what?
Girish Chhodankar, your statement. But in the year 2017, you have the largest party, 17 ML is there. Right now, instead you have only 3 MLs. How you see? कैसे दिख रहा है इसमें?
Because the bane of Goan politics has been defection. It's a shame. Goan people should not forgive those who get elected on one party ticket and shamelessly defect to another party. That is the bane of Goan politics. We must put an end to that disease in 2022. If you are elected on one party ticket, you must remain with that party for the term of 5 years. Unfortunately, there are parties which are encouraging defections even today. There are parties which are only party of defectors. The entire BJP government is a government of defectors.
Sir, पर इसको
As a responsible fourth estate of Goa, you must join me in condemning defection. It's a shame, it is a stigma on the fair name of the people of Goa. They elect a person on one party's ticket and he or she defects shamelessly. That must be put an end to.
Congress is also responsible for that. Congress is also responsible
Yeah,
for
that's
giving
what-
tickets to these defectors.
How do I
If
know?
you-
How do I know he's going to be a defector?
No, he has defected in the past. You take 2017.
I've apologized for that. I've said that mistake will not be committed. No defector will get a ticket.
That is now.
No, I've said
It's
it. 3 months ago I
it's
said
happening
it.
now.
3 months ago I said it.
So, but in future, how would you take care of all this? If
That
such
you
things.
wait and see.
2024 में आप
That you wait and see.
एंटी
How we will
डिफेक्शन
get
लॉ
it.
लाओगे क्या सर? अगर आप गवर्नमेंट फॉर्म करें 2024 में तो आप ऐसा लॉ लाओगे क्या?
2024.
हाँ,
लोकसभा में
You will get anti defection law.
Amended. If you come
Amended.
for that is what.
I have said several meetings, the defection law is a defective law. You heard me say that? The defection law is a defective law. This law has several loopholes which people are using. If the Congress government is formed in 2024, certainly those loopholes will be removed.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much.